Hello guys, welcome to VLSI classes. This is the second lecture on the Verilog tutorial and our topic is types of abstraction level. Verilog. Verilog provides the concept of modules. Modules are such things where we will write our Verilog code. Second, in Verilog, the basic unit of hardware is called module, or we also can say that the fundamental building block is module only. Third, a module cannot contain definition of another module, but it can be instantiated with another module. We can take an example, you can understand like that. If we have to design a 4-bit ripple carry adder, there we will instantiate it full adder 4 times, so that 4 copy of full adder were created in ripple carry adder design. We don't have to separately define in the ripple carry adder, we just call it from there. Third, module provides necessary information to a high-level block through its input and output port but hides the internal implementation. It means module provides the information of input and output port but hides the internal implementations. Notice we always note that module will start from the module name and always end with the end module. Next is declaration of input and output. After declaration of module, next step is to define the input and output port. In Verilog, it is very simple to define the input and output port. Firstly, we will write the input port name, then semicolon. Port name is that has been described in a module. Similarly, for the output also, output port name, then semicolon. Port name is that only that has been described in a module. Let's see an example for 1-bit input or 1-bit output. Examples are input A semicolon, where A is the port name. Output Z semicolon, where Z is the port name. This is are the input and the output for 1-bit. If we want a more than 1 bit, then how we can define the input and output ports? Let's see an example for that. For 5-bit input, how we can define input bracket open 4 colon 0 bracket close port name. Here we have seen port name is A. For output also, output bracket open 4 colon 0 bracket close port name. Here we have put in the port name is Z. This is are the input and output for 5-bit input. One thing note that the here we have put in the 2 slashes. Why we have put in Verilog 2 slashes shown that it has been commented for something. Next is levels of abstraction. First is behavioral level, second is data flow level, third is gate level, and fourth one is switch level. First, behavioral level. Behavioral is the highest level of abstraction. Generally, it is used for designing a Verilog code in terms of algorithm. Second is data flow level. If we are designing the Verilog code in terms of equation, then we are going to require data flow modeling style. Third is gate level. If we are designing our Verilog code in terms of logic gate and their interconnection, then that level we require is gate level modeling style. Fourth is switch level. If we are implementing in terms of switches, that is CMOS transistor, then we are going to require switch level abstraction. Next is gate level modeling style. In gate level style, modules are implemented in terms of logic gate. These logic gates are predefined in our Verilog library. Let's see an example how we can write our Verilog code in terms of gate level modeling style. Let's see an example. If we want to create AND gate or OR gate logic expression in the middle of the module, how we can write in terms of gate level. Let's see an example. AND output then input. Always remember that in bracket we always put output first, then input port. If you are going to interchange this, either error will come or output will come at different port. So for every gate, OR gate, NOR gate, NAND gate, XOR, XNOR, output will come first, then input. And all these logic gates are always predefined in our Verilog library. Next is data flow modeling style. At this level, the modules are designed by specifying the data flow. In this, we are using keyword assign. Always remember this keyword assign. It will be helpful for you to learn the data flow modeling style. Let's see an example how we can write the logic expression in the Verilog code in data flow modeling style. Let's see. Example, if there are two inputs A and B and one output that is Z, if you want to do the multiplication, how we can write the logic expression is, examples are assign Z equal to A and B semicolon, where and sign shows that it is a symbol for multiplication. If you want to do the addition for those two inputs, how you can write the logic expression is assign Z equal to A plus B semicolon. If you want to write not of A, not of B, how you can write the logic expression for that is assign Z equal to similarity sign symbol for B semicolon, or you can also write Z equal to similarity A semicolon for not of A and not of B. Next is behavioral modeling style. This is the highest level of abstraction provided by the Verilog HDL. Second is, this is very important and popular modeling style. This style is always preferable among all other modeling style. Why I am saying like that is because by the use of behavioral modeling style, the circuit is very optimized and we are getting the minimum RTL. Third one, this modeling style is also referred to as an algorithm modeling style. Next is switch level modeling style. First one, this is the lowest level of abstraction provided by Verilog. Second, module can be implemented in terms of switches and interconnection between them. Switches is also known as transistors. Third one, designer at this level is very rare due to increase in the complexity of the circuit. Why I am saying that it is very rare? Because millions of gates are connected nowadays. That's why the coding for the Verilog is very typical for the millions of gates. That's why it is very rare to use the switch level modeling style. That's all for today. If you like my content, please like and subscribe to our channel. One thing, if you have any query regarding to Verilog tutorial, please comment in the comment box. Thank you guys.